Firstly, Kath, wherever she is.
Yeah.
You're absolutely stunning. Yeah. And then secondly, Tash, can you stand up? Tash?
God, Tash.
As the only bridesmaid, I hope you appreciate it. So I'm not sure if anyone's ever had to write a best man speech for their old man. It's not a very straightforward process, I will tell you that. It's not as if you can refer to sexual innuendos like normally happen in best man speech, or even them times at university where we had together. Although there is an infamous time at university where my dad did come up and came in 2 hours later than all my mates, drenched in sweat, where he'd been dancing on a tabletop, international bar all night. But that's for a different time. Anyway, this is a bit of a best man speech with a little bit of a twist. We've decided to take this opportunity as the last chance to understand which family truly is number one before we unite. To decide this is only one way, and we're going to do a final family quiz. Creatively, we have named this quiz Family Misfortunes. I'd like to welcome onto the stage, firstly, the Linfield, represented by Robert and Harry. Secondly, I'd like to welcome onto the stage, represented by the Holroyds, George and Harry Holroyd. Okay. So, Linfields, obviously this is very important. What do you make of today?
Well, we're here to show those Holroyd boys who it's boss!
Big talk there from the Linfields. Holroyds, what do you have to say to this?
Well, this is without doubt the most important thing that's going to happen today.
He's probably right. He's probably right. He's probably right. Okay. Before we get into the questions, we're going to have to test the buzzers. Linfields, please can you test your buzzer?
Your bloody father.
I've heard that a lot over the last 10 years, let me tell you. And today I think I'm going to hear it a lot over the next whatever many years. Okay, Holroyds, can you please test your buzzer?
There you go.
Okay. Finally, if you get a question incorrect, you'll hear this sound.
Oh, no.
The rules are very, very simple. The family with the most points after all 5 rounds are the winner of the quiz. Okay. Can you press this? Over to question 1. Okay, question 1. We all have tendencies that come out when drunk, but Pete in particular has some belters. Can you name any drunken tendencies Pete has?
There you go.
Oh, hello, Holroyds.
When he gets drunk, he likes to talk about developing software.
Oh, that is a big one that he does. He likes to talk about developing software. 1 point, well done. Any more for this? Any more?
Your bloody father.
Over to the Linfields. Over to the Linfields.
He loves to drunkenly ramble to people who aren't really listening.
Well done. 1 point. That is a correct answer. Any more on this?
There you go.
Over to the Holroyds.
Our dad is a famous drunken hugger.
Massive hugger when he's drunk. We've had a malfunction. Sam Vorderman's not doing very well at all back here. Sorry. Any more on this? Any more on this?
Your bloody father.
Over to the Linfields.
Well, when Pete's drunk, he breaks out his signature dance move.
No, Pete has a signature dance move. What is his signature dance move?
Well, it's the penguin.
Can you demonstrate the penguin for the point? Correct answer again. Well done. After first round, both teams are on equal points. Now we go. Over to round 2. This round is a multiple choice question. You'll both get opportunity to respond. What action provoked the response from Kath to get Rob kicked out of the house and the phrase, "You can get over yourself"? Was it A, he mugged a granny in the street? Was it B, he set fire to the local church? Or was it C, he simply chose not to dance with Kath at a party?
Hey up.
Oh, over to the Holroyds.
Did he mug a granny in the street?
Oh no.
He did not mug a granny in the street. So back to the floor.
Hey up.
Over to the Holroyds again.
Did he set fire to the local church?
Oh no.
He did not set fire to the local church. So I'm going to pass this over to the Linfields now. And Rob, what happened?
I simply did not want to dance with my mum at one of her parties.
Correct! Okay. Round 3. This wedding, in some parts, has been billed as Lady and the Northern Tramp. Just some parts. Please come up with your best when I was a boy story that Peter has told in his time.
Your bloody father.
The Linfields.
When I was a boy, we couldn't afford scissors, so we had to cut my dad's hair with a candle and a damp cloth.
True. The answer is correct. He has told the story before. 1 point to the Linfields. Have we got any more on this, please?
Hey up.
The Holroyds.
When I were a boy, I was so poor I had to wear clogs and lederhosen to school every day for a whole year.
Correct! He has actually said that before in a social gathering. Have we got any more on this? There is one more answer.
Your bloody father. When I was a lad at uni, I couldn't afford a train, so I had to cycle 215 miles from Bath to Burnley.
This is correct. He used to have to cycle 215 miles from Bath to Burnley. Okay. At the end of round 3, we have the Linfields as 2 up, going into the final 2 rounds. This round is a bit of a creative round. We're going to ask you to put one of your teammates forward to reenact a very important moment in Kath and Dad's relationship so far. Okay, so from the Holroyds we've got George. And from the Linfields we've got Harry. No points for guessing which one's which. Okay, so over to you. Please reenact this very important moment.
I cannot wait to kick off with this meeting. I got a spreadsheet sorted and it'll be great.
Oh my goodness! Who is that fine northern hunk over there?
Is that girl looking at me? She's giving me the eye. Hey up.
Hey up.
Oh, the Holroyds are buzzed in, Harry.
Is this the time during a Hurst Fair committee meeting when they first met?
That is correct. About to the Holroyds. Well done to Kath. Well done to George and Harry for reenacting such a great reenactment. Kath, you were shameful in that meeting. That's what I said. Okay, with 1 round remaining, the Linfields are 1 up, going into round 5. Okay, I have written down the most embarrassing moment Dad has ever brought upon his children, right here on my sheet. What is this moment? And I'm going to pass this over to the Holroyds as an opportunity to draw the scores level in the final round.
Well, Jack, I think you're probably talking about theholroyds.com. Theholroyds.com is a website built by my dad 15 years ago, hosting all of our family photos, ready for the world to like and share. Who knew that would be a thing? After I forced it down from being ridiculed at school, it was replaced with the words, "Not in use, please see George." I then later discovered that my friends at school had submitted the website to Graham Norton's terrible website submission. Thankfully, it wasn't ever on air.
So George,
Came close.
what's happening with this website now?
So if you go into holroyds.com now, you can see all of the photos you've been putting on Instagram with the hashtag Catheter 2015.
So it is finally useful.
In the end, we got there.
I think that's a decent enough answer. That's what I've got written down on the page. So well done. Congratulations. You equal the scores. Obviously, after 5 rounds, the teams are completely inseparable. So we're going to have to go through to a bonus round. The bonus round... No, you don't need them. The bonus rounds is an opportunity for both teams to say what today means to them, and we'll go out to the audience afterwards to determine which team wins. So we're going to start with Linfields, and we're going to start with Harry.
Mum, you look absolutely stunning today. For 16 years you've cared for my brother and me with all your heart, and we couldn't be more grateful. Whether you're conquering all the West End theatres with your musical buddy, yours truly, or cooking a heavenly meal for us, everything you do brings great joy to people. And I hope that in every moment of your life, you remember that from 1 to 3 p.m. on a Sunday is our time. Elaine Page's musical hour. Although the chapter of raising 2 children from tiny newborns to grumpy teens is coming to an end, a new chapter is beginning. A chapter of a fine northern man and all the adventures you'll have. Lots of love, Rob and Harry.
Over to Rob.
Pete, I'd like to say thank you for everything you've done for us over the years. From lifts to drama to rugby analysis on countless drizzly Sunday mornings. You've always been around to help out, from DIY to maths homework and beyond. You've been an amazing role model and influence on both of us. I know I speak for both of us when I say we couldn't be happier to welcome you officially into the family. And we know you're going to make Mum so happy for many years to come.
Well done. Give a round of applause for the Linfields. That's a tough act to follow, but we're going to pass it over to the Holroyds. We're going to start with Harry.
Dad, seeing how happy you and Kath are together, it's no surprise that today has happened, and there's no doubt there'll be many joyful years ahead of you. Together, you have not only overcome every obstacle, and some have been really tough, but you've not stopped smiling throughout. You've done a fantastic job of raising 3 young men, but you've been a great influence on 2 more. We're so proud when we look at the beginnings you came from and compare them to the beginnings you gave us. And this is why you're an inspiration to all of us, and why the pair of you can be better together.
So Kath, let me start by saying that you look gorgeous today. And true to your style, you've really pulled out all the stops to make this day spectacular. Wouldn't have expected anything less. I'm not sure Kath entirely knew what she was getting herself in for 10 years ago, when Pete and his 3 mini-me's rocked up. We certainly never expected the first time we met in my dad's basement flat, with our hands held behind our chairs, that the next 10 years would be so much fun. Kath, you've really gone out of your way to keep us happy over the years. You've fed us lavishly, you've given us all jobs. You've plied us with champagne whilst we danced on the bar in the Vineyard Lodge. climbed into bed with us when drunk. That was Sarah. Sarah said that one. And you've always kept a roof over our heads. You're one of the funniest people we know, and you're always fantastic company and a true friend to us. We love you very dearly. We're proud that you can finally live up to your self-proclaimed title of our wicked stepmother.
Can we hear it for the Holroyds, please? This for me is too close to call. After 5 rounds and a bonus round, I can't decide it. So I'm going to need a cheer for the Linfields. The Holroyds? I think it's the Linfields they're going. There's only one final thing to do, and that's to say, can everyone, well, firstly, yes, can everyone raise a glass?
George, my beer.
George, get his beer.
Can everyone raise a glass, please, for some of those that can't be here, and for everyone who's here today, to, as they're known in Hello Magazine as, the Catheters.
Hey!
Thank you very much.